Hi there, welcome. I just got my hands on a new Windows 10 technical preview. I'm going to install it. If you'll stick with me during the installation, we'll explore some of the new features that Windows 10 may hold. Going to fire up my virtual machine right now. Just loaded an ISO which I downloaded on the technical preview website. As you can see, it's quite fast. Same goes for Windows 8. I thought it was one of the fastest installation I've ever done. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll leave everything at default. It's not much to choose from anyway. Yeah, if more languages will be available, but at the moment I only have the English preview version. So I'm going to click next. I'm going to install Windows 10. As you can see, setup is starting. Usually takes a while. I'm going to accept the license agreement if you get the time. Please read through it all. I'm just going to click accept the license term and click next. As you can see, there are a lot of drives. I'm going to delete several drives. I don't need them. Yeah, this was a previous old virtual machine which I didn't use anymore, so I'm going to reuse this virtual machine. Most of the time you will use empty machine with nothing installed on it. So this will be your starting situation. So I'm going to select the drive which I'm going to install Windows 10 on. I'm going to click next, which will initiate the installation progress. As you can see, it goes quite fast, so you don't have to wait that long. I'm going to pause the recording for a while. Up until the installation is complete or almost being completed. The machine might reboot a few times, so be aware of that. Don't think, help, what's the computer doing right now? It's just rebooting because it's needed to complete the installation. Hello, welcome back to this installation video of Windows 10 technical preview. As you can see, we've skipped the waiting part of the installation. As you can see or just saw, it needed a reboot, so it's doing that right now. Yeah, you can see the Hyper-V logo. As I mentioned before, I'm using a virtual machine. But you could use a physical machine also for this installation. So let's wait. As you can see, it's doing several things in the background, just like getting devices ready, getting ready in general. This should be familiar with you if you've installed Windows 8. It's mostly just like that. Nothing really fancy at the moment, but as you just saw, we're almost 4 to 5 minutes on our way, and the installation has completed almost. So it's getting ready right now. I'm going to pause the video for a few moments again until it's ready to boot up to Windows. So we'll be right back. Hello, we're back again. As you can see, this is the first screen you will see after it's completing the getting ready phase. Several settings can be made. I'll just use the express settings. First we'll need to define an account. Let's just use John. as the example just described. Of course, you will use your own credentials when you're going to set up this computer. The administrator and guest account are taken. You can't use those account names, but everything else should be fine. Just as long as you use the regular naming conventions. As you can see, it's still setting up several things for you. This screen should also be kind of familiar, just like in Windows 8 and 8.1. Kind of funny, it talks about apps here. As you know, Windows Store in comparison to Android Store and iPhone and the iStore is kind of limited. The amount of apps you can find there are limited, but with the coming of Windows 10, Microsoft is going to focus heavily on apps and the App Store, especially for business and enterprises alike. Well, as you can see, this is the standard background in Windows. The first thing you might notice, we don't have the metro style, the tiles which you are used to. Instead of that, we got the start menu back. As you can see, the left part is just a normal start menu like we used to have in Windows 7, XP, Vista. New thing, however, are these tiles. You can look at it as Microsoft decided to fuse the tiles and the original start menu, and well, this new start menu has been born. So why did they do this? Windows 10 is also going to be used on a lot of mobile devices, and these tiles are more handy to have and to use when using a mobile device. For a laptop, it doesn't matter really much since you get a mouse pointer, but for a mobile device it's more handy to have these tiles. As you can see, it has an overall Windows 8 look like you saw before. Maybe a few new icons, but that's just about it. The basis has been Windows 8, or well, they used Windows 8 to develop further, and that's when Windows 10 was born. Let me open a few File Explorer and an Internet Explorer. I'm going to show you guys something new. It's when you use the Alt Tab function. As you can see, it has been revamped, so which is kind of cool. You can also close it using the X button. What also is kind of cool, when you open up a command prompt, I usually do it this way. Normally when we use Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, the keyboard shortcuts, something like this would pop up command prompt. But nowadays, in the new version, which is really cool, we can just copy paste anything into the command prompt, which will come in handy. A lot of new features are available in Windows 10, or at least they tell us they are available. In this technical preview, a lot of these features aren't really working at the moment, so stay tuned until we get some more updates and we can fully enjoy the full version of Windows 10. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.